Hey Aggieland, welcome to Campus Clutch, the show where we highlight student voices, campus culture, and everything that makes A&T A&T. I'm your host, Mirah Lachae, and today I'm so excited to introduce our first creative spotlight, where we interview different creatives and get their story out there at A&T. Today I will be introducing one of our big content creators, Julieannuhhh. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Mirah.
Of course. So before we get into who you are, we're going to do a nice little icebreaker. So we're going to play this or that. I'm going to throw out some, like, a few options, just like 8 of them, and then you can just tell me which one you feel like you prefer.
Okay.
And if you haven't experienced that, that's fine.
Okay.
So Geo or Aggie Fest?
Geo.
Geo, why?
I never experienced Aggie Fest.
That'll do it. That'll do it. F-Doc or L-Doc?
F-Doc.
Did you get to experience L-Doc?
Yeah, it rained. So
Yep. That'll do it.
That will do it.
Yeah. The one I'm pretty sure you transferred last year, right?
Yeah.
The one before that was really good.
So
yeah. You gotta try it. You gotta go this year. It's gonna be different. Darties or night parties?
Darties.
Was like
Auntie's old, so Auntie gets a little tired. So like, and I feel like with night parties, the pregame is just always better than the actual function of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Darties, it's like everybody gets ready, everybody's out there, the sun's up. Like, you can't beat a Darty, man.
That's true. Early classes or late classes?
Early.
Really? What's early though?
So I give college advice and I tell people don't take 8 a.m.s. However, if it's between an 8 a.m. and a 6 p.m., take the 8 a.m. Because, like I said, Auntie is tired and old. So by like 3 p.m., that's my cutoff for classes. Mind y'all, I have a 6 to 7 p.m. class this semester. So I'm really not taking my own advice, but I would prefer an early class just so I can have the rest of my day to do whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm taking an 8 a.m. Yeah, I'm struggling, but it's okay. I don't know if you've had both, but mini calf or big calf?
I'm gonna have to say big calf. I'm a big calf warrior.
Really?
Like, guys, my $500 flex is now at $0 because of the big calf. Guys,
we just started.
The big calf. I'm a big calf warrior, y'all. Like, every Friday I'm in there, even when they don't have the fried chicken, just the fries and the pizza. It's so good. And I like, there was a time I went there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mind you, I live off campus and I can cook. But it's like big calf is just, I don't know, it's bad.
That's crazy. Literally, I stopped going after last year.
Oh, really?
Like, I went my first year, and then I would just get like Chick-fil-A, Wild Blue, all that.
I had to break up with Chick-fil-A. It got bad when they knew my order off the walk-in. It was so bad.
Yeah. And then I had like this one worker, he would just give me brownies. Like, I wouldn't even have to ask. It's already there. So
That's what we like.
Basketball games or football games?
I'm going to go... I was going to say something, but that's controversial. I'm going to say basketball just because it's indoors. Because once like it gets around this time, it gets cold outside. No one wants to go to the football games. So I'm going to go basketball. That's a safe answer instead of what I wanted to say.
Real safe. I know exactly what you
see each other.
Yeah. Studying the library or in the stew?
Ooh, library. Stew, I get overstimulated. Like,
it'd be
why
loud.
Was Frozone in the stew? It's just too much that goes on in the stew.
No, that's real. And the last question is Instagram or TikTok?
I'm gonna go TikTok because Instagram, everybody, like, it feels like Instagram became like a whole monitoring spirit thing. Nobody like really talks to anybody anymore. Like, I had to just remove people that, because I know for me, I'd follow somebody just for saying that my shirt is cute. I'd follow you. And so it's like I'd have people that I had like a 1-second conversation with on my Instagram and like they're just there. They don't like nothing. And I'm just like, but TikTok, it's like everybody on TikTok is like interacts and everything. Instagram, I feel like every time you log in, somebody like bought a new car, bought a new house. I feel like we're all just competing on Instagram. Whereas TikTok, you could just come up as your natural self. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's real. Okay, so that was a nice little icebreaker. So now we're gonna get into like who you are and what you've been doing. So we actually have one thing in common.
Okay.
We actually have a lot of things in common, but the main thing that we have in common is that we both transferred from Hampton University. So, can you tell us a little bit about your journey and what made you come to A&T?
So when people ask me why I went to Hampton, I always tell them I truly don't know what led me to Virginia because Hampton was not on my list of like first, second, third colleges.
Mm-hmm.
A&T was, but Hampton just wasn't. But I got into Hampton, and after looking at like the acceptance rate and like all the programs they offer, I was like, oh, this is going to be a really great school. Like acceptance rate is low. It looks like they really prioritize education and everything. So I committed, paid the $600 enrollment fee, non-refundable.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, Juliana's taking on Virginia. And I think I wasn't thinking about myself. I was more thinking about the reactions of others. Like, you know, my parents put it on Facebook and all my aunties and uncles are like, go, Juliana, you're going to this 30% acceptance rate school. Like, that's great. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm getting cookie points for that. Awesome. I can do it. I get to Virginia. My parents leave. And I don't know. It didn't feel right from day one, but like I ignored the feeling. I made friends and everything, but as I started growing into learning myself more and like tapping into the creative side of me, because I came in as a bio pre-med major, hated that, changed it to computer science, hated that, and I finally decided on marketing. And I started prioritizing TikTok, Instagram posting a lot. And something I found a passion in was just doing college advice because I wanted to be able to use my platform to kind of grow with me. And so I started off just talking about like what songs you need to know if you want to attend a HBCU and stuff. But then I was getting questions about Hampton. And I didn't want to lie because I'll be honest, looking on the Instagram page, looking on the website, you see like the nice pictures, but then when you actually attend it, after eating the same meal in the calf for 3 weeks straight,
seeing the same faces every
after
single day.
after seeing like prospective students get like the showcase of green grass and good calf food and clean dorms, like I just couldn't stand with it. So I made a video kind of just talking about my experience at Hampton as far as like just the cost to attend there, how some of the professors are, the food, questionable food, and just some other stuff as well. And it did ruffle a lot of feathers, and I had to meet with the dean of students, and that meeting went very well. Not really. I basically got in trouble for improper use of technology, and I violated a student rule in the book or something. And instead of actually trying to address the problems, they were trying to reason with me and basically said, okay, you won't have any punishment if you just take the video down and re-upload it, like taking back everything you said. And I don't want to be a sellout because I feel like admin, they're not on the same level as students are. So it's like I could post a video and it'd be great for you guys, but I still attend the school. I still have to interact with these people who probably already saw the video, and they'll know that that's not true. And I'm just lying just to cover my own butt. So I didn't make the video, and I will say from that point on, my time at Hampton was a living hell. It was hell. Admin wasn't looking out for me. I had like personal issues going on where I needed them to sign off on stuff. They weren't signing off on it. And I just kind of felt like I was walking around like being censored. I couldn't like post a lot about Hampton. And that's when I was like, I need to leave here because I can't be at a school that doesn't allow their students to express themselves. And the first school that came to mind was A&T because I knew I wanted to continue going to an HBCU, but just not that one. So I applied to A&T, and I like my one goal was once I got to A&T, I was not going to censor myself, and I was going to continue being as creative as possible. And since being here, I will say this is probably the most like fun I've had going to school, being able to do what I love and meet other people who do the same. And I would say A&T is definitely pretty open to their students like making content, posting. Of course, if it's a appropriate, of course. It's like appropriate stuff. But for the most part, like there's no real censorship or anything. I did have a video where I was talking about an issue I was having with A&T, and I did get reached out by one of the administrators, and she was very receptive to it. We did come to an agreement where I did take it down, and I did see immediate change. So I was just hoping that was the same reaction for Hampton, but it wasn't. So looking back, I don't regret. I honestly wish I came here my freshman year, because a lot of my friends, they came here their freshman year and they had like completely different experience than I have. I'm still trying to get adjusted to everything. I don't know the ins and outs just yet. I still have to use my GPS to get around campus. But I will say the year that I've been here has definitely, oh no, I lied. No, yeah, the year that I've been here has definitely made up for the 2 years that I wasted. I wouldn't say wasted, but lost at Hampton. So yeah.
You know, I agree with a lot of things that you said. I'm not gonna lie. I did have a video up about Hampton as well, but I think I really sugarcoated a lot of things. Well, to an extent, because I kept it real, but since I was just like a freshman, I really didn't know too much of what I did at the time. But honestly, girl, like, not trying to, you know, if you go to Hampton, cool, but yeah. And, you know, people ask me all the time, because once I say, yeah, I transferred from Hampton, they be like, why?
Yeah. And I feel like it's like from the outside looking in, you might look at us like we're crazy, but I still have friends that go there and they call me, guess what happened today with Hampton? Guess what Hampton did today? And I'm just like, y'all, that's exactly why I had to leave.
Yeah, because it's just so much. Like, and it's the people that go there, certain people, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of the people that go there have like this certain image about them, and it kind of just made me feel like an outsider. So like the friends I wasn't really making, like I had my friends, and literally me and my friend group left the same exact year.
Yeah. So. I definitely see that. I would say like I think with Hampton just being so small, and like when I transferred here and I realized just how big A&T was, and like nobody, honestly, I had to realize at A&T nobody really cares, because it's like nobody cares what you're doing.
Yeah,
it's not that big of a deal. Whereas Hampton, you could leave somebody's dorm and the entire campus knows about it somehow, some way. I'm hearing about people's business I've never seen on that campus. I'm hearing about who did what with who. It's like you'd think we're still in high school, the way how that school just operated, and I just couldn't get with it, because it's like we're almost adults and we're all adults, so it's like, why is what somebody else does our business, maybe?
Yeah.
And then I don't know if this is just like a whole HBCU thing in general, because I do see it a little bit at A&T, but also like the elitism with like within different, like how involved people are. Like,
what was the hardest part about transferring?
I would say definitely leaving my friends, because even though I talk a lot bad about Hampton and like how much I despise the school and I would say definitely losing my friends and having to start over, because I did make some really great friends at Hampton during my time there, and I still communicate with them to this day, but it's just more of like, man, I won't be able to just walk to the cafe with you guys anymore. And like, you know, they FaceTime me when they're like hanging out, but I'm just like, dang, I'm a whole state away, guys. Like, so we do make up for it with homecoming. But funny story about homecoming, I had made a TikTok talking about like why I left Hampton and my surviving Hampton stuff, and it became this thing, and someone had decided to put on their story, like it wouldn't get back to me, that, oh, Hampton must not have been that bad. She came back for homecoming. And I'm like, guys, I have friends here. Like, I can't not come back to the homecoming. Like, I might not like the school, but like I have friends here that wanted me to be there. And so I'm just like, okay. So it just more confirms that I made the right choice, because it's like, if you had to listen to, you sat and watched the video I made and then
wanted to be shady.
Still wanted. I was just like, okay, it's getting odd out here, guys. So I'm right now still deciding if I want to go to this year or not, because Oh,
No, that's real. What's the biggest difference? But I mean, you kind of already said this, but what's the biggest difference between Hampton and A&T for you?
um, I would definitely say I feel like I've met so many different people at A&T instead of unlike Hampton, because I feel like I run into a lot of the same people at Hampton, and like all probably have the same mindsets and goals, aspirations, and everything. But at Hampton, not Hampton, at A&T, it's like I've met the creatives, I've met oh my goodness, I can't even like talk about it. It's like I meet so many people that do so many different things, and what I love so much about A&T is that there's a space for everybody, and like it's kind of really hard to be by yourself at A&T because how opening and welcoming everyone is. Like you can make friends off of somebody just like being in the same class as you, by sharing the same interests as you, and it's not that like, what's a good way to put it, that I feel like I know what I want to say, but I don't want it to come off wrong.
Take your time.
I would say that at A&T, the people are very more welcoming. The Southern hospitality is what I miss. That's what it is. The Southern hospitality, because I don't know if it's just a DMV thing or just living in Virginia, but Southern hospitality did not exist. The stone faces were real, and there was no excuse me, please, thank you. There was none of that. But here, it's like it feels like one big family here at A&T, and just like the support system as well. Of like if anybody's going through anything, there's going to be someone that's going to be able to help you, if not guide you in the direction to get that help. If you have a problem on campus, like the students are more than likely to rally around you and support you. And it's a lot easier to just find that support group here, where no one thinks, well, there are people who still think they're better than everybody, but for the most part, and everyone I've ran into, like, they're really helpful here, and that's what I really love about A&T. Helpful, and then just like the opportunities you can get by just being an A&T student. That was definitely the biggest thing for me too, because I know at Hampton, a lot of people were saying like, oh, only the business school gets opportunities and da da da. That was true, because I was a bio major and I got zero, like, there was not that many like opportunities. If it was, it's for like certain GPAs and everything. But I'd say at A&T is always something going on, always some type of seminar, some type of campus event, or something. Like it's always something going on to kind of like force you to get out of your shell and meet people, network, and just kind of set you up to be successful. And I always tell people, I feel like if you graduate from A&T and you don't at least have like a thought of what you want to do, or at least like some type of path, I don't think that you graduated right, because like A&T kind of forces you, like these alumni will talk you to death about opportunities and internships and everything, the org fairs, the career fairs, like it's all these different things that are sent to like kind of set you up and give you the tools. You just got to use them. So yeah.
As you all know, Juliana has also built a presence as a content creator and creating a name for herself off and online. What first inspired you to start creating content?
Since I was very young, when like YouTube was still cool, like when YouTube was actually popping, with like Guava Juice and what's some other YouTubers I used to watch, like the old school YouTube. When I used to watch those, I just really loved the concept of creating. And I would post YouTube videos when I was super young. Did I get any views? No. Did my parents curse me out every time? Yes. But I just enjoyed the concept of creating. And then, I got a little older. I turned 18, left for college, and I was like, okay, I can post now without having to worry about like my parents micromanaging it and everything. And so I started posting. I wasn't consistent starting off. Like I think I'd post a YouTube video and then not come back to YouTube for like another 3 months and then post another one and then disappear again. But it wasn't till my sophomore, the summer of my sophomore year, I was working as a server at this restaurant. I absolutely hated it because I was underpaid, overworked, and I was also in a predominantly white area, and being the only person of color that was a server there, I definitely had to deal with that as well. And one night I came home and I was like, I don't want to keep working here because I knew I wanted to get an apartment when I get back to the campus. And the way funds were looking, the way how my paychecks were looking, I was like, that's not going to happen. So I got on my knees and I prayed and I said, God, I'm going to be very consistent with this content and I'm going to trust you. By the end of the summer, I'm going to ask you to just help me grow and be able to make a living off of this. If not, I'll just continue working at this job and I'll just leave the dream alone. And I'm a big person of, you can pray all day, but you also need to put action onto that. So I was staying up late at night, writing down video ideas, getting up early in the morning, filming the videos, and posting them on the clock when I got off of work, just being consistent. And of course, I didn't see it automatically. I didn't see the growth overnight. It took time, but I just stayed consistent and I stayed positive. And I can say at the end of summer, I went from, I think, like 10,000 followers to, I think, around 50,000. And I was able to pay for that deposit to the apartment, rent for the apartment, and the coming months rent as well, just off of using my voice, staying consistent, and of course having God in the center of it, because I did say that if he just does this for me, I will continue with this dream that I have. So I know that this is like what's meant for me. So yeah.
That's good. And how would you describe your style as a creator, and how has it grown since coming to A&T?
I would say when I first started, I was just posting any and everything. So like whatever was trending, whatever like I just felt like posting, I was posting. I didn't have any clear structure, niche, or anything. But coming to A&T, I definitely had to develop my style of what I wanted to do, because that's how I know people would come back if they know, like, okay, Juliana posts this stuff, so I can always go to her page and get like some information on X, Y, and Z. Or she posts like a life update, so if I want to see what she's up to, I can go see her page for that. So I definitely say with coming to A&T, I've definitely structured my content around just me, not just college, but just my entire lifestyle in general, because I didn't want to just niche it all the way down to just college, because it's only 4 years here, so I don't want to be like 30 still talking about what's a word F-dog. I don't want to do that. So I try to keep my content, of course, has to do with college, but still centered around my life. So, come with me to get hair done, nails done, just a recap of an event I went to. So I have many opportunities to make videos about stuff even after college.
When did you realize people were really paying attention to your work?
Okay. I would say when I transferred to A&T, I was sitting outside of the CAF, and I made eye contact with this girl, and she was like, wait, are you Juliana? Mind you, I just transferred here, so I thought nobody knew who I was, and so it kind of startled me. I was like, how do you know me already? And she was like, oh, my mom sent me a lot of your videos over the summer. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was thinking it was a one-time thing, but it started becoming more consistent. And I would say that definitely kind of forced me out my shell too, because I would consider myself an introvert, which is crazy because I do social media, but like just talking to people and being public, and just the thought of, because to me, TikTok numbers aren't real. I refuse to believe it was real. I just think I'm posting this and someone across the world is seeing it right now. I'll never run into them. But hearing that, like, my videos have helped people's moms have sent them, they came across them, it definitely started making me realize, okay, Juliana, okay, you actually, your work is paying off. I would say that there is two downsides. The first one I would say was I felt like I couldn't really have a bad day in public anymore, because I didn't know who recognized me from TikTok, and I don't want them to have like a 2-second interaction with me that's terrible and base that off of who I am. So I feel like I constantly have to at least put on the best performance when I'm in public, because I don't know who knows me. And secondly, last year around this time, I was sitting in front of the. Okay. For legal reasons, this is all a joke. I'm just lying.
Alleged.
Allegedly. There was a function or something going on in front of the stew, and I don't know what I was going through, but I had Everclear with me, and I was just drinking that Everclear like it was water. And this group of girls, they had came up to me. I don't know where my friends disappeared to, and they were like, "Oh, our moms have sent us your videos. Can we take a picture for her?" I did not. I don't know why I didn't remember to put the bottle down, put it away. I don't know. I just posed with it in my hand.
Right,
with them.
It'd be like that.
And that picture haunts me to this day because I'm like, wow, somebody's mother got a picture of me and their daughters with Everclear in my hand. So there's that. But I would say it definitely, on a lighter note, it is definitely heartwarming to hear that my videos have helped people's parents, sent them to them, that oh, I didn't know XYZ, but I saw your video. So it's good to know.
And I definitely agree, that feeling that everybody is watching you can make you okay, let me just make sure I look good every day, make sure I feel good every day. But honestly, yes, you want that, but you're also still human, and I just feel like everybody has a bad day.
Yeah.
And if people can't give you grace for having one bad day, then something's wrong with them. I'm sorry. Something is wrong with them. I just don't agree with people putting celebrities or content creators or anybody on a pedestal to where they just are perfect, because at the end of the day, we're human.
I had kind of my first experience with that while being at A&T. I was having some issues with my apartment, and guys, I didn't expect my living situation to become gossip and tea, guys. I didn't think that. I was thinking I was posting it for awareness and so that the right person can see it and help. But people kind of I don't know what the correlation was with followers on TikTok to terrible living situation. I really don't know what the correlation was, but I guess they were trying to well, you have X amount of followers on TikTok, how are you living like that? I'm like, well, I'm trying to get out of living like this. The complex is screwing me over, guys. I just need I need some community. But it's logging, I had to delete the anonymous apps. I'm an anonymous app. I hate the anonymous apps, y'all. I had to delete it. We had Fizz at Hampton. We got Side Chat here. Had to delete both of them.
Yeah.
Because it's people's stuff that they're going through should not be a trending topic, should not be tea. And you don't know till it's you. Everything I had posted regarding the situation with my housing stuff just ended up on that app, and people just giving their opinions on well, she should have did this, she should have did this, I mean, she deserved that.
And that's crazy.
I hate the anonymous apps because you just never know who it is. And so I would say during that time, I was definitely on real high alert, just being on campus, because it's I don't know who this person is or who these people are that just feel the need to just make my life miserable over an experience and situation that I have nothing to do with, that just happened to me, and I felt comfortable enough to come on social media and just talk to people about it. So it just ties back to the having to present myself as perfect and everything. And now, after deleting the apps, taking a much needed mental health break from social media, I came back and I implemented a whole bunch of ground rules. One, I'm not talking about my living situation anymore. So unless you're really close to me, no one else knows where I stay now, just because it's I didn't feel comfortable with being at bars and someone's you stay at that complex, and I'm oh, you saw the video I made about the complex, and it's yeah, I know I put it out there, but I guess I just wasn't ready for
the backlash.
Yeah, the backlash
the
and just people knowing where I live. So
and it's also just sorry to cut you off, but it's also a safety issue as well, because people out here be crazy.
Yeah.
And with you having such a big following, we all want your safety to be first, and it's better to just not say anything about where you stay, and just kind of keeping that with content, you want to have people know who you are, but there's just certain things that should just be to yourself.
And that's something I would definitely stress too like people who want to pursue content or do content. Like something I'm trying to work on is not posting in real time, because like you just never know. Same for, like I said, the living situation thing. Only people who have my location know where I live. I don't like, I'm not saying anything on social media about where I live. If I have any issues with my complex, I'll just deal with it in the office, legally, whatever. No need to post anything anymore. Same for like down to personal number. Like I had to like block people for giving out my personal number to people, like getting text messages from random people saying like, oh hey Julie, so gave me your number, I just wanted to ask like how could I grow my TikTok. I'm like, guys, you couldn't put that to the Instagram. Like I get it, I'm not the best responder on social media. I get overstimulated with Instagram sometimes, so like I might see it and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna respond in a second, and I just forget it. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like my number, like your number is just so very personal to you. And like people just recklessly giving it out. So I would say with everything I've learned with the journey of social media is like your privacy and your safety is the biggest thing. And like, I don't want people to ever feel like they have to over explain themselves to people on Instagram, because they'll never be satisfied. Instagram, TikTok, whatever. They'll never be satisfied. You don't need to over-explain yourself. No is a full word. If you don't want to show everybody your room, no. If you don't want to show anybody, like, what you do in the day, no. Like, it's a lot of levels of social media, and you definitely have to play your cards right, because it's a lot.
Yeah, I definitely get that. On top of like the personal content that you make, I did notice that you also make content for like the sports on campus or just organizations that you're in as well. And so how did those opportunities come for you?
I would say I put myself in the space to be chosen, and not even just be chosen, kind of just approaching them. So like I'm a big person on there's only two things people can tell you, yes and no. And you don't know until you ask. So I put myself in the spaces of they can't tell me no, because I'm already posting the content for it. So for basketball, for say, I was just posting recaps of like games and players, student energy and everything. We'll go home, make the reel, and just post it, tagging NCAT basketball, NCAT Aggies, any like HBCU pages I know. And after doing that for a little bit, I got HBCU Pass had reached out to me and offered me a position in their internship program that got me a media pass. So I went from the bleachers to right there, and I'm like, okay, cool. And so the same for like the organizations on campus, like any event that's going on campus that I know people are going to be wanting to see recaps of. So I tell everybody, FDoc is your gold mine to starting content. Literally just grab your camera. Hey, can I get a picture of your fit? Get like 10 to 15 clips of people's outfits, put them together, put a nice song, put it NCAT, FDoc, fit check, and I promise you, you're going to get at least anywhere between, like, your video's going to do well. I'm not telling you how much you're going to get, but your video's going to do well, because everybody searches for fit checks, and it doesn't have to be just NCAT, but any HBCU, they love our fit checks. So
And do.
they do. So that GHO's coming up, so definitely I would tell people like GHO fit check, GHO public interviews, GHO's dapping up. I hate those videos, but GHO dapping up tens. Like, I'd say like the content is out there. You just have to take advantage of it, because what I've noticed, especially with attending A&T, if you wait to do a video, someone's most likely going to come behind you and do that video and get that opportunity. Because there have been times where like I've seen content ideas, I'm like, oh, I should really do that. And I put it off and I put it off, and then I'm scrolling my For You page and I see somebody did it already that goes here, and I'm like, dang, like their video did well, that could have been me. So just not procrastinating on the content and just doing it, putting yourself out there. If you want to be a part of media for football, media for basketball, media for your favorite org, start just doing the content And if they don't reach out to you first, you reach out to them. Because like I said, the only thing they can tell you is yes or no. Mm-hmm. And if they already see you doing it, it's kind of hard to say no because you already do it. If you've been doing it for a while, you've definitely learned how to do it better. Mm-hmm. So I say that's a cheat code.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. What's been like your favorite project to work on so far?
I would say my favorite. I will have to say definitely the sampling events that I get to do of like holding tabling events and giving out products to students. I can't pinpoint one because I love them all because it's like just the concept of like now I'm kind of known as, okay, if there's ever like, if I ever need skincare, hair care, just stay up to date with Julie. She's going to have some type of tabling event. Mm-hmm. And I love that so much because now people kind of like, they see me like, okay, she's the girl that gives out free stuff. Cool. And I met a lot of great people just by holding the tabling events and also not just being like I'm giving out these phones here, more of like, okay, hey, what's your name? Like, mm-hmm. what's your classification? And actually just making the, breaking the ice, of course, and mm-hmm. just having that one-on-one. So I'm a great person with face. I'm terrible with names, but I do work on that. And seeing them around campus as well, it just like, it makes campus a lot easier just walking around, at least seeing familiar faces. Even if I just, I met this person last year around this time with the tabling event, we still like, oh, you're the girl that gave out that, da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. So I would definitely say just the sampling ones, because being able to give back and then let people like remember that of like, okay, my first interaction was with Julie. She held a tabling event and was giving out free Chipotle. Mm-hmm. I haven't done that yet, but it's in the works, guys.
Oh, it's in the works. Stay tuned.
Hello.
How do you balance building your own brand while also representing others?
I have a channel on my Instagram that's a creator's opportunity, and I made that because I was getting asked when is an ebook coming out, and I am against ebooks. I don't like ebooks because I feel like there's no reason people should be paying for information you got free. Mm-hmm. And I've like bought ebooks before, and it's all the same information of be consistent, get a niche, and like no one's like, duh, like anybody can do that. Why are you paying for that? So I made the creator opportunities channel, and I would just send opportunities for college students, post-grad students, people who aren't in college but want to do content, just different opportunities that they can apply for. And I also drop like content gems. So like, y'all, I use CapCut to edit this week's trending audios on TikTok. Here's some video ideas. So kind of giving them the sauce. They just have to take it and apply it. And that helps me as well, because now I have brands coming to me that need 3 or 4 content creators for a campaign. I'll drop the link in the chat, and people would apply, and it would just look good on both ends, because I'm getting people to apply, and the content creators that want to start creating content are able to apply for these opportunities. So yeah, I try to at least give back while I'm still growing mine as well.
Let me join that channel, because I need that. I like making content myself. I've been making content for a while as well, but it's kind of hard for me to balance everything, because I'm already doing so much on top of having to edit, and it's just a lot. So seeing that you have those opportunities definitely was like, okay, like let me join that so then I can find a better balance. So
balance is definitely key, and don't let the Instagram and TikTok fool y'all. I definitely am working on my balance right now. Like with being college student, being creator, it's still, and it's not just that, it's also managing friendships, relationships, keeping up with myself. Like it's a whole lot. Like I had a crash out like a month ago because I was just overly doing too much. I was like, girl, you're involved in way too much on campus. You got all these campaigns to do. You haven't texted your family in a week. Like, and I have to sit down and just evaluate everything. So I had to say goodbye to some orgs. I had to like cut some ties with brands, because at the end of the day, if you're not straight, nothing else is going to be straight. And I've definitely noticed, like, I would look back on videos I made during that time, and you could visibly tell, like, you don't want to film that video. And I never want to put anything out that I look like I'm not interested or like I'm not 100, because everybody else could see it too. So definitely just checking out myself. I know no one will be mad at me if I don't upload anything for a day. Like, it's okay to take breaks.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And you brought up how you was involved in orgs as well. And so what orgs were you a part of, and how did that shape like your experience here at A&T?
So the first org that I was a part of when I transferred to A&T was 4E Entertainment. It's more of like a promo group, but they also have service opportunities and just a lot of giving back as well, and also just helping with your your career, so career help as well as internships, shadowing opportunities and things. And I enjoyed it, but with how quickly my platform was growing, I did have to just cut ties, because I wasn't able to fully be present. And I'm a big believer in, like, I don't want to take up someone else's spot if I'm not able to give 100. So I knew I wasn't 100% there anymore, because with the content growing and different obligations, I wasn't spending as much time on 4E or attending that many events anymore. So respectfully, we just cut ties, and I would say the support is still there. Like, they would still check in with me, keep up with everything I have going on. So I definitely appreciated that. The second one that I was in is they're actually newly founded, the Mental Health Club. And that one is very close to my heart, because I'm a big advocate for mental health. So seeing organizations that cater specifically to students' mental health is definitely something that I would love to be a part of. As of right now, I'm a member of NCNW, and I would love them down. Outside of just like their missions and the mission statement and our goals and all of that, just the members, they just all look at us, we all look at each other like human beings. Of things could happen, situations happen, like we go through things, and I never feel like they look at me like my position first. I'm always a person first. So it doesn't matter if you're the Mr. or the Mrs. or founder, it doesn't matter what you are. They'll still look at you like a person first, so you don't ever have to feel like you have to perform a certain way or show up when you're not 100. They always do temperature checks, and they're very understanding. And that's my favorite type of orgs, where like they check in on you first, because you can't move forward as an org if, you know, nobody's talking, nobody's communicating, you guys aren't hanging out. Like, we have our bonding time as well. I'm trying to think, am I in any other orgs? I think that's all the orgs, I think, for right now. I think.
No, that's real. I have a similar org, but I just joined NCNW, guys. So I'm looking forward to all of that. But I'm also in an organization called Jules, which is fairly similar to NCNW. We also do the check-ins. We do check-ins every Monday with everybody. And then we also have the bonding events. We're actually having inductions next month. So that's really exciting. But having those like organizations that's actually treating you like a human being and not your position or whatever you're in there for, it's more refreshing. Because especially when you're doing so much, like if you're already doing a lot on this campus and everybody's just trying to pull you every which way, it's like, okay, what about my mental health, my physical health? Because if your mental health isn't good, your physical health is probably declining a little bit too. So I'm very big on that as well. Since you're juggling school, organizations, and content creation, how do you keep it all balanced? Because I know you said balance is a really big thing.
I've been learning, because I definitely still suck at balance, but definitely am learning to pick and choose my battles and is it really a hard task or am I just procrastinating? Because I'm a huge procrastinator, and it's not till I actually sit down in the mess of my procrastination, I'm like, wait, this homework was like 1+1. Why did I take forever to do this? Like, just sitting down, like, I kind of cause like a lot of my crash outs and procrastination stuff, because it's like, I'll do it later will always be the death of me. So I would sit down either at the beginning of the week or towards the end, whenever I have the most time. But I try to do it at the beginning so I could at least structure my weeks out. But sit down, everything I need to do. So first column would be assignment-wise, because grades come first. Second would be content, because the bills got to get paid. And third would be, like, any org meetings, any, like, friend meeting, interview stuff, any other extracurricular stuff that I have to do. And I would just place them all throughout my schedule with, like, okay, I have class at this time, but I have content due at this day, so I'll film it tonight and have it posted by tomorrow. So just trying to work around my schedule so that everything works, because the minute I stop doing one thing, everything else crashes. Like, if I just solely focus on school, my content, of course, will start declining. If I solely focus on content, schoolwork will start declining. So everything needs an even amount of attention to make it all balance out.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because I'm, like, more of a schedule type of person, so I make a schedule every Sunday. When my schedule doesn't go how it is supposed to, because the way I know exactly how long it takes for each thing, once one thing is not done or one thing just takes longer than it's supposed to or anything, everything else gets pushed back, and then I forget, or I just get too tired, and then now I'm like, okay, I'll just do it tomorrow, and then now I have the same task the next day, just piling up on each other. So I definitely get that. Like, being organized, it's just something I did talk about in my last episode, but being organized is so important, because you will crash and burn if you're not organized or planning or just not having structure. So I definitely agree. What's the biggest challenge you've faced so far as a student creator?
I would probably say my biggest would, one, be my procrastination, and two, definitely the pedestal that student creators are somehow put on. And I've talked about this with a lot of the other creators here at A&T and then some at other schools, of just, like, constantly feeling as if we have to perform a certain way, and the constant comments about, like, our content and everything. And also, a topic that we did, like, touch on was just, like, sometimes, like, people will make us feel like we don't deserve the recognition for, like, the things that we do. And I see that I've, like, had to kind of face it at an event that I was working with. Some girl, she came up to me and a couple of the other ambassadors, and she was like, how do y'all get this opportunity? And we had said, like, the brand reached out to us, and she was like, yeah, of course they reach out to the well-known people at A&T. And I'm like, well, no, we just do content. Okay. So it's like things like that, of just having to be, like, categorized as, okay, you only get this experience, you only get this opportunity because you have X amount of followers. No, like, we do content, we do, like, have strict, if they could see what goes on behind the deals and all of the partnership stuff, they'll see, like, the having to revise our script 3 times, having to refilm it, like, 10 times, having to negotiate prices. Like, it's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes, and that's why I always applaud for any student creator, just because that's a lot to be your own manager, be your own boss, really. And I guess, like, at times it does feel like we don't get enough credit for it. So I'd say that was probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Was there ever a time you thought about giving it up?
Yes, I had, I don't know what was going on. I was procrastinating, and things were, like, building up. And I had gotten this email from this company that I owed content to, but it's like I kept procrastinating it and, like, saying, I'll do it tomorrow, tomorrow just never came. they sent me this long, nasty email. And, like, just reading it of saying, like, the things that they said definitely just hit. And I was just like, okay, like, yes, I get it. I do owe you guys content, but I'm still human. Like,
and I'm young.
Like, yes, like, it was just so, it was a nasty read they gave me. And, like, I was just like, okay. And then on top of that, this company, they kept trying to lowball me. So, like, saying, oh, if you post 10 videos, we'll pay you $100. And if the video exceeds 100K, you'll get $5 extra. Huh?
Oh, they try to play.
There's 10 videos for $100. Like,
no, absolutely not. I'll do one.
I'll do one for 100. Yeah. So they're lowballing me. I have this company telling me my content is trash. I'm never gonna get anywhere. And it's like I was like, I'll just be over. I'll just be over and done with it. And I was so stuck on, like, I think I'm just gonna quit this. I don't want to do it anymore. But my support system. And then just, I say again, God. Because I said, God, give me a sign, because I'm about to just delete my socials and restart. I don't care. And I cried myself to sleep. Cried myself to sleep. Woke up the next morning and got an email that I got into this program that's with a podcaster. And she has a podcast called Her Daddy. And that
I used to
yes. So I was accepted into Unwell University, that just gives creators just kind of that platform to skyrocket their content and just really give you that launch pad to get into content creation. So they will set you up with opportunities, set you up with mentors. And I was like, I forgot I even applied to that. And so I was just like, okay, maybe this is, I was like, God works real quick. So I was like, you know what, God, I'm not going to delete it no more. And I sat down and I wrote out everything that I owed. So I did the content for that brand. I also communicated to them I did not appreciate how they spoke to me. I was able to negotiate with the brand who was trying to lowball me, and we were able to do, I don't know, I think that was God as well. We did 5 videos for 500. So I was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. And then as far as just like content moving forward, just planning out my scripts, planning out posting schedules, filming schedules, just to lessen the load. And I don't get to that point again of like wanting to give up something that I've dreamed about doing. So, yeah.
Well, this was a really good conversation. I really enjoyed just getting to know you and a little bit behind your story as well. And I know listeners are going to take a lot from this. Before we wrap up, what advice would you give to students who want to start creating content or run pages but don't know where to begin?
I would say, for number one, don't feel like you have to have it all figured out, because in comparison to I loved looking back at my old videos and comparing them to my new videos, where it's like you can see the growth in the editing, the filming. I'm still learning new tricks to this day, like about my phone and how to film. So don't feel like you have to have it all figured out. Just grab the phone you got. You don't need a camera. You don't need it. Don't buy the camera yet, because I don't have one yet. So don't buy a camera. Wipe it off, set it up, and whatever content you want to film, just film it and post it, and just be consistent with it. Put out the content. Put out something that you would want to watch. Like, if you can't even sit through your own video, nobody else is. And I've tested the theory. It works. Like, if I can't sit through a video I posted, no one else will. It doesn't do good. Also, don't think too hard on your content, because like the little dumb stupid 5-second videos are the ones that are gonna skyrocket your page. Like, I had posted a video giving my cat a bath, and it's sitting at like 18 million views, and that like definitely skyrocketed my following as well. So don't think so hard on your content. If you have like a 8-second clip in your camera roll of just a funny moment, post it with the trending audio, and it will probably take off. Like, the algorithm's weird. I can't tell you how to work the algorithm. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's weird. Sometimes they like long videos, sometimes they like short ones. I don't know, you gotta figure that one out. But my last piece of advice is strangers will definitely make you rich. Don't wait around waiting for peers and friends, family to repost, share, comment. don't wait around for it, because there's someone across the world that loves what you do, that's actually waiting for you to post your video, that needs your content. So enjoy it. Also, honorable mention, don't do it for the money, because I promise you, you're going to quit easily. Because I didn't get my first TikTok paycheck till like 2 years of doing it. And yeah, so don't do it thinking I'm going to post this video, I'm going to make $10,000. It's not going to happen. The money's so like all over the place with content creation. Net 30 exists, so that means you could do content, you could post it, and a brand has up to 30 days to pay you. So even if rent is due on the 1st, you gotta wait that net 30 to get your money. So don't quit your job to become an influencer. Definitely let it work it out slow. You know, be a influencer, but also clock into your job too, because bills do have to get paid. But yeah, definitely pursue it. You don't know till you try. Don't worry about what other people have to think about it, because I think someone is super cool and strong if you can log in online and post videos about your life. I say you're super cool and super strong, and a lot of people can't do it and won't do it. So don't really care about what people have to say either.
Period. Well, thank you again for being here and sharing your journey with us. I really appreciate, being here. It was a long episode, but
long journey, guys.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Julieannuhhh with 3 H's, yes, and then on TikTok at Julieannuhhh with 2 H's. So it's kind of how you pronounce my name is my username. So Julie.
No, it's okay.
Hold on, guys. Technical difficulties. I keep trying to get me to update my phone. Okay, Julie, Julie, Anna, so ANNUHHH on Instagram, and then 2 H's on TikTok. There we go.
Well, Aggie Land, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning into Campus Clutch. Make sure to follow us at Campus Clutch Pod on Instagram and Campus Clutch on YouTube. Stay tuned for more stories, more voices, and more A&T culture. Until next time, I'm your host, Mirah Lachae, and I'll see y'all later.